Welcome back to my channel. If you have an indoor orchid that has yellow leaves or is infected like this, don't throw it away just yet. Now, I will guide you step by step on how to treat and save the plant, helping it recover to full health so that you can still enjoy the lush green and full of life in your living space. In the next step, I use aloe vera. We choose a fresh aloe vera leaf, then wash it and thinly slice it into small pieces. Aloe vera brings many benefits to orchids thanks to nutrients such as vitamins, amino acids and minerals, helping to strengthen the immune system, detoxify organic matter, restore weakened plants, stimulate healthy growth of roots, stems and leaves, and promote beneficial microorganisms in the soil. In the next step, we prepare a clean glass jar. Then, peel off all the sliced aloe vera flesh and put it in the jar. Thus, we have the aloe vera ingredients ready to use for the orchid care process in the next steps. In the next step, we will prepare the oats. Take about 3 tablespoons of oats and put them in a jar. Oats contain many natural oils, rich in B vitamins and important minerals such as potassium and phosphorus. These nutrients will help the orchid grow strongly, recover quickly and develop roots and leaves sustainably. Next, we will prepare 1 liter of warm water and add it directly to the mixture already in the jar. Warm water helps the nutrients dissolve faster while creating a favorable environment for the active ingredients to be activated. Then, we stir well, ensuring that the ingredients are completely mixed. Finally, close the jar lid and set aside, waiting for the solution to stabilize and ferment slightly, creating optimal nutrients for orchid care. When planting and caring for orchids in the garden, we often encounter orchids that have bloomed. When we buy them, the flowers fade, and because the care is not the same as in a greenhouse, the plant begins to weaken. The first thing to do is to carefully examine the plant. If we observe the roots, we will see that there are still some green roots, proving that the plant still has the ability to recover. However, the cause of the plant's weakening often starts from the tip of the orchid to the base, causing the leaves to gradually wither, dry and die. Leaves infected with mold should be removed to avoid spreading to other healthy plants. Next is the important part of checking the growing medium to evaluate the root system as well, as see if the growing medium is still usable. When we carefully check the growing medium inside, we see that the roots are quite damaged, only a few roots survive. Remove the entire substrate to examine the internal roots more closely. The main cause of the disease comes from the substrate being too moist, the plant being watered too much, and being placed in the garden with an unstable care regimen. In a greenhouse environment, the substrate is often very humid and retains a lot of water, so if not well controlled, the orchid will not be able to withstand it and will easily develop soft rot. This causes mold to develop, attack the top and gradually spread to the base. Therefore, when we see orchid roots like this, the most important thing is to stay calm to handle it. The first thing is to remove all the old substrate, because it is infected with fungus. If left alone, the disease will spread very quickly and in a short time, the orchid can be completely damaged. After removing the substrate, we check the root system again. Most of the roots are damaged, almost all gone. At this time, we need to remove all rotten roots, damaged roots, and keep the healthy roots. This is the first and very important step in the recovery process for the orchid. In the next step, we will use sterilized scissors to treat all damaged roots. Roots that are rotten, black or no longer able to grow need to be cut off decisively. This helps eliminate the source of the disease, while creating conditions for the plant to focus on growing healthy roots. When pruning, we pay attention to pruning the fresh, white or green root tissue, avoiding leaving rotten roots because it will cause the disease to spread back. This is an important principle in the orchid recovery process. What country are you watching this video from? Leave a comment to let me know. It's great that we can connect and chat with each other from all over the world. For the stem and leaves, if black spots appear, we also need to gently cut them off until the white, disease-free tissue is exposed. This helps the plant quickly grow new tissue, limiting the recurrence of fungal diseases. Some healthy leaves, even if slightly yellow, can still be kept so that the plant can continue to photosynthesize. After completing the pruning, we clean the entire plant. In the next step, we will clean the entire orchid plant with clean water. Spray evenly from the base to the roots and the underside and top of the leaves to wash away all fungal spores, mold and impurities stuck on the plant. During the cleaning process, it is necessary to pay attention to thoroughly cleaning the roots and base, because this is where pathogens often accumulate. Rinse with clean water to ensure there is no dirt or pathogens on the surface. This completes the cleaning step for the orchid, and the plant is ready for the next steps. In the next step, we will prepare a clean glass jar. Then, take exactly 1 liter of clean water and put it in the jar. This will be the base solution for us to continue mixing the nutritional ingredients or treating diseases for orchids in the next steps. In the next step, we will use baking soda. Baking soda has very effective antibacterial and antifungal properties, and also helps stimulate the growth of orchids. I mix 1 teaspoon of baking soda with 1 liter of water. This dosage is just enough to be safe and not harmful to the leaves. Next, we will soak the entire orchid in the prepared baking soda solution. When soaking, we need to ensure that the leaves, base and roots of the plant are in direct contact with the solution. The purpose of this step is to disinfect, kill fungi and sterilize the entire plant, helping the orchid to quickly recover and grow healthily. The appropriate soaking time is about 30 minutes. After soaking in the baking soda solution for about 30 minutes, we will remove the entire orchid from the solution. Next, use a soft cotton pad. Lightly absorb the solution and wipe all the orchid leaves, especially the gaps between the leaves and the base, to completely remove any remaining mold and dirt. With this method, the orchid will be thoroughly cleaned, effectively disinfected, helping the roots and leaves to quickly revive, while creating conditions for the plant to grow healthy and green again. After about 30 minutes of incubation, the oats have begun to secrete nutrients and dissolve with the aloe vera gel in the water. Next, we will stir the mixture so that the active ingredients in aloe vera and oats completely penetrate into the water, creating a nutrient solution rich in vitamins and minerals. Next, we will prepare a clean jar, then filter out all the residue of aloe vera and oats, keeping only the clear essence. This is a nutrient solution rich in vitamins and minerals, very suitable for use in caring for and restoring orchids. Then, squeeze and filter out all the residue, keeping only the clear essence. Once you have obtained a clear solution, set it aside to prepare for the next step of care. In the next step, we will scoop out the aloe vera and oatmeal nutrient water into a small cup. Use a soft cotton pad, soak it in this solution and gently wipe it on the orchid leaves. When wiping the top surface, we help remove dirt and mold. And when wiping the bottom surface, we will completely clean the place where the fungus often resides, at the same time helping the stomata open, creating conditions for nutrients to penetrate through the capillaries, deep into the cells. Thanks to that, the orchid will absorb natural nutrients, quickly recover, stimulate new roots, sprout and grow healthily. After wiping all the leaves, we will let the plant rest and continue to the next care step. In the next step, we prepare a clean glass jar, then pour the aloe vera and oatmeal nutrients into it. Next, gently put the orchid roots and stems into the jar to soak. This soaking process will help the orchid roots come into direct contact with nutrients, increase the ability to resist fungus, and at the same time supplement essential nutrients, supporting the plant to recover and grow stronger. In the next step, we will take out the pine bark substrate to sterilize. I will take advantage of the remaining baking soda water, pour it in and soak the entire substrate. This soaking helps kill bacteria and mold that are still stuck in the pine bark, ensuring the substrate is clean before planting orchids. We will soak the pine bark for 1 day. After about 25 minutes of soaking in the nutrient solution, we will take the orchid out. At this time, the roots have begun to open. Some roots have turned green, showing that they have absorbed nutrients and are ready to grow. This is a very positive sign that the plant is recovering well. After that, we will take the plant out to continue the next steps of care. Next, we will take out the orchid and use cinnamon powder to treat it. We will gently apply cinnamon powder to the wounds on the roots and base of the orchid. Cinnamon powder has strong antibacterial and antifungal properties, helping the wound dry quickly, heal quickly, and prevent the invasion of pathogens. Thus, the process of disinfecting the orchid is complete. After that, we will let the plant rest for a day before proceeding with the next care steps. After a day, the wounds on the orchid have dried and begun to heal. At this point, we can proceed to plant the plant in a new environment with pine bark as a substrate. After being soaked in a disinfectant solution for a day, the pine bark has now removed most of the fungi and bacteria. We remove the pine bark, let it dry, and then use it as a clean, safe substrate to replant the orchid. Next, we prepare a pot with drainage holes at the bottom to ensure oxygen circulation for the roots. First, line the bottom of the pot with a layer of pine bark, then place the orchid in the middle of the pot. Continue to add pine bark and insert it evenly around the roots so that the roots are firmly held. The plant stands upright in the center. Once the plant is stable, we use a metal bar bent into a U shape, inserted into the pot to act as a fulcrum, helping to support the orchid leaves. Then, fix the leaves with a butterfly clip to keep the leaves straight and neat. Finally, cover the surface of the substrate with a thin layer of moss to keep the plant moist and create an ideal environment for orchid growth. This layer of moss has the effect of retaining moisture, helping the orchid roots to quickly adapt and grow strongly. Thus, we have completed planting the tree in the new pot. Next, we will move on to the care step to help the tree stabilize and grow better. So we have completed planting a new orchid pot. The moss layer covering the surface of the substrate will retain moisture very well, helping the roots to develop quickly, the plant to recover and sprout new shoots. The next step is watering. We use clean water to water directly on the substrate to maintain stable humidity, supporting the plant to grow healthily. During daily care, we should water clean water combined with misting on the leaves and surface of the substrate about once every 2 days, or whenever the substrate is dry. This will keep the plant fresh, easy to recover and grow. In addition, every 2 weeks we add nutrients or organic fertilizer as prepared above. During this period, we place the orchid pot in a ventilated place with gentle light, so that the plant can receive enough nutrients and absorb light, helping the growth process to be stronger and more stable. After 3 weeks of persistent care and dedication, our orchid has begun to revive. A new shoot has emerged. The leaves are green again, showing that its vitality is gradually recovering. When checking the roots, we see that the new roots are growing healthy, bright white and protruding around the pot. This is a clear sign that the plant is absorbing nutrients very well. Thanks to the clean, airy and natural environment, the orchid has adapted and grown sustainably, no longer dependent on greenhouse conditions. Currently, the leaves are green, the roots are firmly attached, and the plant is growing strongly. Our next task is to continue to care for and supplement with appropriate fertilizer so that the plant can develop stably and produce many buds and flowers in the future. After 6 weeks of care, our orchid has recovered and grown very strongly. Fresh, healthy, green leaves have grown, gradually replacing the mother stem. At the same time, the roots have also developed densely, bright white and healthy. This is a clear sign that the plant is absorbing nutrients very well. Once the plant has stable roots, care becomes easier. As long as we are persistent, regularly add nutrients, combined with love and enthusiasm for the plant, the orchid will quickly grow. The leaves will be thick and green and especially ready for the new flowering season. Normally, after only about 4 months of proper care, the orchid can give us a brilliant flowering season. At this stage, when the plant is healthy, we place it in the garden in a cool place with lots of scattered light, so that the plant can continue to grow sustainably in the natural environment. Orchid lovers, remember, if you care for them with both technique and love, they will not let you down, giving you green leaves, beautiful roots and flowers blooming all year round. If you encounter any difficulties in the process of caring for and growing orchids, don't hesitate to leave me a comment. I'm always ready to support you so you can grow healthy orchids that bloom beautifully. If you find it useful, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on upcoming simple and natural orchid care tips.